we are on. And we are ready. And everyone can see my room tonight.
We can finally. The mystery of the floating hats.
I know. Usually everyone just sees that one because I usually sit on an angle. But I can't even have. I had a background. I put it on, and my antlers just disappear, and it looks like I'm just wearing a fucking headband. So no, you get this tonight, and the mess, and my ghost snuggie.
Oh, I think that thing's awesome.
It's so great. But anyways, welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Paranormal. We are your hosts. I am Rachel, and we have.
And I'm Kaz, and this is Chester. And if you're only listening to this and you're not watching it, stop what you're doing, go over to YouTube and look at this because you cannot miss out on Chester. Chester the Jester.
Yeah, he's real special.
Yeah. He it says wave. Wave, Chester.
I don't understand this. Why isn't it every time that we start something, this dog of mine is like, hey, guess what? I want to go pee now.
And well, of course she does.
Little
so let her out. Chester and I will chit chat for a little while if you want.
Oh, you can tell everybody about our weekend and about your. So before I go let my dog out here for a few seconds, everyone. My birthday was this past weekend. I know this is like 2 weeks from now, so like 2 weeks ago. And they all took me and Jay to the back house in Penetanguishene, and it was quite an interesting night. We actually had both 301 and 302. So if you've ever been there, you know. We'll probably do an episode on the back house at some point, but
yes, is absolutely right.
Kathy's gonna tell you how she couldn't stay in 301. Give me a second. I'll let the dog out.
I will. So yes, this was my first time to the Beck house. And to be honest, I really didn't know much about it. I know Ryan from the Paranormal Seekers. He and his wife have been there many times. They love the place. I know Rachel and Jay have been there many times. I have just not been there. So I was really excited to go. And Rachel, Jay, and I got there first. And we first went into 301. And immediately I was like, yikes, I don't know what's going on in this place. But one of the bedrooms was very, very, people keep running according to the Spirit Talker app. And that's exactly right. Because as soon as I got to that bedroom, I didn't want to go in it. And I had to like shimmy past the doorway because I was pretty worried about it. So yeah, we heard a lot of heavy footsteps, even though no one else was there. I actually saw what looked like stocking feet walk through the kitchenette into the kitchen area at the same time that Allison from the Paranormal Seekers also saw a figure walk into the kitchen. So throughout the night, we were back and forth between 301 and 302. And there was just a few of us who were able to stay the night. And so I opted to stay alone in 301. And that lasted maybe less than an hour because I kept messaging Rachel.
I don't even think it lasted that long, to be honest, because you left the room and I literally looked at Jay and I said, give it 5 minutes, she'll be messaging. And literally, I think maybe it was 10 minutes. And you were like, who's walking outside?
Yeah, it was crazy. So immediately, well, I'm just going to tell you right now, I had all the lights on because I was like, if I'm staying in here, I'm not staying in the dark. And I actually felt quite comfortable. I got into bed, I got situated, and I decided I was going to just watch a movie because I wasn't sure I was going to sleep. And I heard what sounded like someone slamming the door in the other apartment and then stomping around. And I'm like, what are you guys doing? So I messaged Rachel and I'm like, are you guys like stomping around? Like, what's happening? And she's like, yeah, we're all in bed. Just no one is doing anything. Then I could hear someone in the kitchen of the apartment I was in. And it was like, oh, satanic. Great. Thanks, Spirit Talker. It probably was. So I could hear what sounded like someone was like fiddling with stuff on a counter. I heard the same weird knocking sounds that we had heard prior in the evening. And then it sounded kind of like a few footsteps in the hallway leading to the bedroom. So I was already like stressed.
I'm not.
And then what happened? Oh, and then so I had locked the front door to the apartment I was in because I was there by myself. And then I distinctly heard 2 footsteps come down the hallway, and sort of there's a step that leads up to the door. And I heard the door handle turn and someone push the door like they were trying to come in, but they couldn't because the door was locked. So immediately I was like, Rachel, are you guys trying to come in? And she's like, no one has fucking moved. Like, what's your problem? Then I could hear a man and woman outside the door talking. They were having a full conversation. I couldn't hear exactly what they were saying, but I could hear. And I'm like, you guys for real are outside. Like, what are you guys doing? And she's like, no one's fucking outside. Then I thought I was going to have a heart attack because all of a sudden, you are patient. I was not overly patient. It felt, honestly, my anxiety was so extreme. If a moth had flown by and farted, I would have jumped out of the bed. I was so on edge. So at that moment, one of the team members who was staying was like, oh, I'm really sorry. Something's happened. Something's come up. I have to leave. And I was like, I'm really sorry you have to leave, but I'm glad you have to leave because I'm going to switch. So I ended up back in 302 with Rachel and Jay because it was crazy.
So funny because, but the thing is, like, if somebody was like, say, up on that floor trying to get into, like, thinking that everyone's sleeping and trying to get into these apartments that we were in, like these rooms, we left our door open, like unlocked purposely because we're like, listen, Kaz, we're going to leave it unlocked. If you need to come back, it's unlocked, right? You can come in. Nobody jiggled our door handle.
Yeah, and it was so distinct.
And that's not the first time I've heard that either, because Ryan and Liz stayed in there and they have like audio evidence of them leaving. You can hear them leaving. And then you can hear this man and this woman up there jiggling the door handle, like coming into their lost apartment. What?
Many lives were lost, apparently, according to Spirit App.
But that's a whole other episode. We'll in the new year, we'll do a whole episode now on the Beck House.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll be at the Beck House when we do it.
Yeah. I would definitely like to go back. It was very ambitious of me to be like, I'll stay by myself.
You know, the worst part is you'd probably have more luck staying by yourself on the 3rd floor of Wildwood than at the Beck House.
Maybe. I mean, I know Wildwood now, but I don't know about that. But it was quite the experience. I will say that. I mean, 301 was just nonstop with stuff going on, and those bangs that we heard when we were all in the living room in the kitchen, phenomenal. But yeah, we'll talk about that another time.
Yeah, it's great because today we're going to talk about a whole other bunch of weird shit.
And just for the record, so Chester, sorry, not Jester. I found at a secondhand store, and he came with us to the Beck House.
Yeah, on the way up, I was like, why do I hear jingle bells as I'm driving? I have no idea that this thing is in the back of my... She's like, oh yeah, it's bells.
Yeah. He jingles. And whatever was in 301 seemed to like him because I had a cat bowl sitting on him and it went off a few times. And it was the only time cat bowls went off.
Yeah.
So he's back. But he's also semi-Christmassy in a sort of horrifying,
weird way,
Victorian style way. Encouragement. Okay.
You're giving him encouragement.
So he's here just to hang out with us.
Yeah, he may not look like a monster, but he could be a monster. But that's exactly what we're going to talk about today, because today is all about winter monsters. Because you know what? It's now December, because this airs December 1st. Is it 1st? Yeah, well, before.
Yeah, at the beginning of December.
Yeah, the 30th. Whatever the Sunday is. What is the Sunday? The 30th. Yeah, so December 1st is technically would be then tomorrow. But yeah, so we are getting into the Christmas spirit by discussing winter.
Christmas spirits.
Yeah, Christmas spirits. And it's really, when I was doing like research on all this, there's a few from like other countries and stuff, but a lot of them are indigenous. Like they come from indigenous tribes and stuff. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But anyways,
Mm-hmm.
want to start?
Yes.
I should say we apologize in advance because there are some words we are probably going to butcher because we can't speak it.
Unfortunately. So we mean no offense.
Yeah.
All right. So the very first one that I'm going to start off with, cabinet. Are you going to open a cabinet? Open a cabinet. But while you're doing that, I'm going to talk about my first thing.
Yeah.
So, oh gosh, the chair nearly fell. Sorry.
That wasn't a cabinet though.
No, it wasn't. It was just me. No cabinets open. So this is the winter hag, also known as the crone. This is a pre-Christian folklore of an old woman / hag who personifies winter, coldness, darkness, or seasonal change. She is also known in many religions as a single goddess, also known as Hecate, who inhabits the 3 stages or forms of a female life. So you have the maiden, which is youth and spring, the mother, which is life itself or motherhood, which is sort of summer and fall, and then the crone, which is old age, menopause, late life, and winter. Speak for yourself. Oh, we are related to the crone.
Great.
So her origins are Gaelic and Old English. She traces into the medieval poetry, widely attested in, what was that sound? Did you hear that?
No. What the hell are you
sounded like it came from your house, but it was this like really loud bang. You didn't hear that?
No,
okay,
I hear my kid watching Cops in the other room.
No, I didn't hear the theme song. No, it was like a weird bang.
No,
it wasn't
no
here.
Bang. No bang here.
Great. So she is widely attested in Scottish and Irish folklore called, sorry everyone, Kaliayak. I'm sorry. That was not how you say it at all. It means old woman in Old Irish. If you speak Old Irish, please translate for me now. I knocked. Did I not say I heard a loud bang? He just said I knocked. Oh, maybe your cabinets are opening. Bum, bum, bum.
Listen, open my cabinets, they can clean inside.
Exactly. Could you fold the laundry? So many hag sightings or stories are most known around midwinter, like especially the 12 days leading up to the winter solstice, associated with the dark season, periods associated with household seam work, I don't know what that means, poor weather, and rituals to protect the home. This ties them into the same seasonal window as Christmas. So that's kind of why she's associated around Christmas time. The hag, or the crone, representing the end of Samhain and the entering of Yule, so that's in the pagan religion, is the final stage of life. It's a coming to an end, a period of rest. In the wheel of the year, the crone symbolizes the goddess returning from the underworld, which is Samhain, without her beloved sun god, and going, I've stapled my page, and going into a state of mourning. The world sees the goddess in grief and also goes into mourning. The flowers die completely, the trees turn upside down and bury into the ground. If you've ever looked at trees in the winter, it looks like their roots were above ground and their branches have gone inside. The animals hibernate, literally hiding away. The crone, heavily pregnant, symbolizing life hiding away, lays down, covers her eyes, symbolizing the darkness, and pulls a shroud around her, symbolizing the snow. She remains still and grief-stricken until she gives birth to the sun god, which is Yule, and thus sparking the light half of the year. Because the birth of the sun god, that's the connection to Christmas as well. But the crone is most often associated with having a spindle or a broom, which represents household chores and cleanliness, but is also, you need closure? Okay, we'll get to you in a second.
Rosemary. It said Rosemary first.
It
Rosemary.
did say Rosemary needs closure. Well, what's your last name, Rosemary? Because we got an episode for you if you give us your last name. So she is described as entering chimneys and visiting homes at night. She will leave gifts or sweet treats if your home is kept nice and if you have good children. If you have bad children, she will beat them with her broom or spindle.
Nothing like Tabby's.
Exactly. In many traditions, people leave sweet treats out for her to gain her favor. Sound familiar? As well as they make little gifts or even little miniature crone figures, and they display them around their home in honor of her. Sound familiar? That would be just like Santa. And so a lot of people feared her because of her representing wintertime and the darkness, and they weren't ready for it. But also, women later in life were afraid to see her because they were like, I'm not ready for the polls yet. I'm not ready for the polls. And then, of course, children were scared of her, kind of like the Home Alone man, because they thought she was going to murder them and bury them in the snow. But not really. Turns out she would be quite nice if you kept your house clean.
Yeah, she no, I wouldn't be getting shit from her.
Pagan. Oh, it says pagan and she's a pagan. Oh my gosh.
It's listening to you.
Dun dun dun.
This is witch next. I'm gonna laugh.
Exactly. Say the crone or hag or witch. What was that sound? Did you hear that sound?
I'm
That might have
not hearing anything.
That might have been my chair. It was like that kind of a sound. Oh, I shouldn't be whistling if it's a whistle.
It's at night, you dummy.
We'll get to that. Yeah. Isn't that when you're not supposed to whistle if you hear whistling?
At night. Don't whistle at night.
Okay. And that wasn't a whistle. That was a woo, whatever that thing was. Oh gosh.
My remains.
Okay, Rosemary. Maybe Pagan's Rosemary's last name.
Rosemary Pagan? That could be.
We'll look into it.
I can Google.
Take it away.
All right. So mine. So let's make this a little more lighthearted.
Okay.
So the one I'm going to talk about now is called the ha.
Or the ha 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 as your phone auto corrected it. And I was like, what kind of scary monster is the ha ha ha?
So this is one of the creepiest but yet oddly playful figure in Inuit folklore from the far northern Arctic. So we're going way north to where it's really cold. All right. So the mahaha is a gaunt, blue-skinned creature with long, icy fingers and a permanent, eerie smile stretched across its face. So that's just the greatest visual right there.
No kidding. Oh, my camera just went crazy then when you did that.
I know. You were like flashing. It thrives in the freezing Arctic winter and is often described as moving with an unnatural, jerky gait, almost like it's dancing towards you. Can you imagine that? It'd just be like,
it's doing the Macarena as it comes towards you. You'd be like, what the fuck? We were all connected. It said that before. Oh no, it said we're related.
No, it said we were related, and now we're connected. I'm a little
through our epic dance moves.
So, wonderful, great. We can line dance together.
Exactly.
Right. This creature doesn't attack in a typical, like, monstrous way. Instead, the mahaha uses its freezing, cold, long, icy fingers to tickle its victims to death.
Oh, maybe that's why it's called that, because that's what you do. You go
death by tickling.
Death by
Victims.
tickling.
Oh, it says thanks. Great. All right.
Wow.
Victims are often found with a strange frozen smile on their face, which usually matches the Mahaha's own chilling grin.
Wow.
Now, apparently this creature, so the Maha, is frightening, but thankfully it is also easily tricked. So in many stories, people escape it by outsmarting it, giving it a task or offering it something to inspect, so something for it to look at. And while it is distracted, thanks to it being mischievous and obviously not very bright, the person can slip away.
Well,
It's
now
kind of
we
like
know.
what we do with Jay. Here, it's shiny, and then we run. No,
Exactly.
he's not even near that, so it's great.
Look at this object, and we run.
So they always ask you, like, why does this Mahaha appear? Well, the Mahaha is part of the Inuit winter cautionary tales. So it was actually used to teach children not to wander off alone, especially during the dangerous Arctic storms or harsh winter darkness. So don't go outside, or you're going to be tickled to death by some gaunt blue creature with long, icy fingers.
Yeah, I can understand the scariness of it, but the tickling, that's kind of what doesn't really.
Yeah, no thanks.
Because you're like, okay, I see that you're scary and stuff, but you're going to tickle me? It doesn't seem scary.
Listen, some people like that.
The rack?
The rack.
Yeah, I'm like, what rack? Oh, maybe because he's staring at literally a skull with a giant rack on it.
There you go.
Anyways, well, my next one is sort of similar, but not really. It's called, and I apologize in advance to all of our Indigenous listeners who are like, can you please stop butchering our names? This is called the Walyupalik. Sorry. I apologize. I think it's scarier me saying it than what this thing is. So we're going from the land hag to the sea hag. More of a monster than a gift bringer, I suppose. So in Inuit mythology, especially coastal Arctic Inuit communities in Nunavut, this was passed down orally by elders. It acts as a cautionary tale to warn children not to get too close to the shoreline or the thin ice. Raymond. Okay, Raymond, please give us your last name. It's a protective function to scare children away from dangerous ice floats or open waters, used to reduce the risk of drowning or accidents. This sea hag, Qualyupalik, ooh, I was better at that one, is often described as a humanoid but very aquatic figure. Green, slimy, and scaly skin, webbed hands, long fingernails, and sometimes fins. Ew.
Aquaman? What?
I guess so. Sometimes said to be wearing a traditional Inuit parka with a pouch, which was used to carry away kidnapped children who got too close. So how scary is it? It's wearing a parka that you got from Men's Work Warehouse or wherever. Like, it's got Sears written on the back. In some tales, she/it, let's not give it a pronoun, has the ability to shapeshift, to change into a seal or a whale. Also said to use flippers on one of which, often said to use flippers. I'm not going in the attic. That's just ridiculous. One of which makes a shrill sound to paralyze its victims. I'm not sure why a flipper will do that. It's a Christmas time story, as it most. We exercise you. Jesus Christ. Okay, thanks. It's about time. I think Mark has like suggested this many times.
Be gone from our house.
So it's a Christmas themed story, as it's mostly spoken of when the ice flows and shorelines are dangerous, which would be around winter and Christmas time. The symbolism, of course, is safety and caution, moral and behavioral control, encourages obedience, the mystery of nature, and cultural and continuity. I don't know what that even means. So yeah, kind of similar to the or whatever your thing was. Only this one's not going to tickle you. It's going to throw you in its little pouch and then morph into a whale and disappear beneath the ice.
And take you in it.
Yeah.
Fun times. Well, let's get back to the land because I'm going to talk about one called the adlet. Yes, adlet. So the adlet is a fearsome creature from Inuit legend. So again, another Inuit folklore. Oh, with joy. Great.
Joy.
Especially common in stories from Greenland and the Eastern Arctic. It is one of the most dramatic and tragic beings in Northern folklore.
Oh.
So the adlet is typically described as a half human, half dog, or wolf-like creature. So in most versions of the story, the upper half is human and the lower half is canine, giving it incredible speed and strength.
Wow.
We've got a werewolf. They're often portrayed as fierce, powerful, and dangerous, roaming the tundra and hunting anything they can catch.
Mm.
So how did this whole story start? Well, the origin tale, like the original tale, is a wild one. And I have wild in italics. So a young Inuit woman marries a giant red dog, sometimes described as a spirit or monstrous canine.
Because, you know,
they
got married one day.
They had children, many children, also known as a litter. Okay. They had a litter.
This is also known as bestiality, but continue your story. Jesus Christ.
So half of the offspring became adlets, known for their speed and aggression. The other half became dogs who help humans. The woman eventually flees and returns to her family, but the adlet children grow up wild. They spread across the land, becoming a fast-moving, dangerous people who clash with humans. The story was often used to explain the existence of other tribes far away or to warn children about dangerous animals and strange strangers. So it was like our version of the white van, stranger danger.
Yeah, only it's Clifford the big red dog that comes along and some woman humps him and then is like, yeah, this is probably
they had a litter of children.
Yeah.
So in many versions of the story, they are extremely fast, so they're able to run across the tundra faster than any human could. They are skilled hunters and sometimes aggressive towards humans, and they can be depicted as a tribe or a race, not just an isolated monster. So they're not mindless beasts. They are often shown as intelligent, organized, and formidable. So why are they important to Inuit folklore? Well, the adlet story serves as a cautionary tale about disobeying elders or venturing into dangerous territory. It also explains certain cultural and territorial conflicts and reflects Inuit themes around survival, nature, and the relationship between people and animals.
Yeah. We all know the relationship, apparently.
Listen, that could have been an OnlyFans page for some people.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. I don't know that you want to search that up, people.
Don't. Anyways.
Wow. Well, I don't know if I can top that, but here we go. So my next one is the Wendigo. The origins are from the Algonquin indigenous people of North America. You can affect us.
Oh my
Oh,
god, what
oh,
the fuck?
now they can affect you, and then I go blank. It's all right. I got
Now
some.
you're sideways. And you're gone. Oh my god, she's gone, everybody. She'll be back. There she is. Admit. Where are you?
What is happening?
I don't know. They have really affected you.
Shit.
You're gone.
That was insane. It was some phone number calling me from wherever. And when I went to like just get rid of it, everything just shut down. Okay.
It'll affect you, all right.
Good grief.
I was Alma.
Okay. Back to the Wendigo. Maybe because I whistled earlier. So, Wendigo tales predate written stories. It was an oral story passed down for many, many generations. First written reference is in the 17th centuries in missionary journals. That's how old this dates back to. The core traits, it's the spirit of winter, represents wretched. Ooh, it is wretched. It represents hunger, imbalance, starvation, greed, isolation, cannibalism. Its appearance varies. It usually looks emancipated. No. What did I write?
I don't know.
Emaciated. That's the word I wrote. I'm like, skeletal, gaunt, has glowing or sunken eyes, and has ice or frost clinging to its skin. And it is an enormous size that grows with each person it consumes, and sometimes said to possess people. It has an insatiable hunger. I'm still around. It has an insatiable hunger, never satisfied, which represents greed and consumption. It is a teaching tool, warning against cannibalism during famine. Of course. What? It is taught the dangers of isolation and losing sight of community, the spiritual imbalance, disconnection, greed, violence, and consumed by desire. The connection to winter, the Wendigo is not strictly a Christmas story, mostly told in the dark winter environments, which just happen to be around Christmas. It's more of a cautionary tale to warn about depression, and is used as an educational component to do with cooperation, balance, respect, avoiding greed, and remaining within the community. It's a metaphor for endless consumption, resource exploitation, and the breakdown of human responsibilities. If encountered, the Wendigo attacks and consumes a person. It will freeze people to fear with a fear and will mimic loved ones' voices to lure someone closer. It corrupts the mind by causing paranoia, uncontrollable hunger, desire for violence, breakdown in mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being until you become a Wendigo yourself, which is said to be worse than being killed. So basically, it's like when it's cold and dark outside, don't go like into isolation or you will resemble a Wendigo. Nice. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Now, I never had heard of a Wendigo until we
Mhm.
went to a certain place, and
Yeah.
apparently there was one cruising around outside.
Yep.
Yikes.
It's a native, like it's very native. And you know what the funny thing, and I shouldn't say it's funny, but the really interesting thing is Lang's Pioneer Village for their spooky All Hallows Eve has a whole like interactive exhibit on the Wendigo that
Oh,
they use to teach, because it's an indigenous teaching tool, right? Like
right.
it's folklore for an indigenous, so they use it as part of their all spooky All Hallows Eve because it definitely has a part in history.
Well, I'm glad we've never come across a Wendigo out there
Well,
because that would be scary.
here's one that we will probably never come across, and I'm going to butcher this because I had to look up how to pronounce it about 400 times and like different pronunciations because I'm like, I can't say that. This one is called the May de Bizu.
Yeah.
May de Bizu. It is also known as the Great Lynx, underwater panther. So I went from canine to feline here.
Yeah.
So it is one of the most powerful and awe-inspiring beings in Anishinaabe, so Ojibwe, Ottawa, Potawatomi, and other Great Lakes indigenous traditions. So it is not just a monster. It is actually a spirit of immense power, a guardian, and sometimes a bringer of chaos.
Ooh.
So this me shit bizu. Literally have to say it as I pronounce it. So this underwater panther-like spirit lives in deep lakes, rivers, and caves connected to the water, and its appearance is striking and majestic. So it has the body of a large feline, so often like a panther or a lynx. It is covered in shining copper or shimmering scales. It has a long spiked tail, horns or antlers, razor sharp claws, sometimes whiskers or fins, and often glowing, intense eyes. When you read all
Ooh.
that, all I keep thinking is like this like 5-year-old drawing something in kindergarten, right? Like that's what I'm seeing. But it is described as often being both beautiful and terrifying. It's a creature of raw elemental power. So its domain is water, weather, and danger, and it is associated with obviously deep water because that's where it is, storms and waves, control over copper, which is considered sacred, natural disasters such as whirlpools and sudden winds, and guarding the entrance to the underworld.
Oh.
So it commands respect, caution, and ritual acknowledgement. So this has a lot to do with the Great Lakes and stuff during the winter months because there is a lot of storms that brew. You get like all of a sudden it's calm, and then the next thing you know, you can't see shit because it's fucking storming with no wind gusts, all that kind of stuff. So I kind of just was looking it up more a few minutes ago, and it's just because the winter is when people gathered together and shared the teachings involving powerful beings. This is when the story was often told the most. So it's pretty much just has to do with everything that has to do with water, really, for the most part, and it freezing, and you get your ice cracks and all that. So everything has a relation to this Meshibizu.
I'm so glad I didn't pick that one to research.
I was the one who volunteered for that one because I figured, I will not make somebody else try to butcher that as badly as I know I will. So
Nope. Wow.
So that one is just a quick little one because my next one that I'm going to talk about last here is a little bit longer, but yeah.
Okay. Well, we're on to a good one here. And we're talking about Krampus. This dates back hundreds, possibly over 1,000 years. Started in the Alps and Central Heretics Fork.
That's
Is
a
that
torture.
I was going to say, is that a horrible thing?
Yeah.
So started in the Alps and Central Europe. We're talking Austria and South Germany. This is a pre-Christian tradition where people believe in spirits of winter and would don frightening costumes to scare evil away. Traditionally, Krampus was half goat, half demon, covered in dark fur, goat-like horns, long red tongue and fangs. carried chains, carried bundles of sticks, and had a basket. Krampus represents punishment for misbehavior. He would reward good children or scare and torment bad children. Krampus appears December 5th, called Krampus Snacht. It also means Krampus night.
The best part is you try to be so angry German there,
I know.
but you can't do it.
It's Krampus Snacht. I can't. Do you have compassion for me trying to pronounce? Thank you. Thank you, Chester. I appreciate you. So, Krampus would kidnap very naughty children, put them in his basket, and take them away. He would use his sticks to swat or threaten naughty children. Ancient traditions would use birch branches during winter rituals to cleanse or swat away bad spirits. Krampus would use his chains to represent I was
You were
shot. He would use chains to represent confinement. He would rattle them to scare children in the parade. So long before Christmas, long before Christmas, people in the Alpine, I thought it said you have Tourette's. I honestly thought it said you have Tourette's, but it just said I have regrets. Yeah. And the regrets us trying to pronounce these things, I think we have regrets too. Okay, so long before Christmas, people in the Alpine mountains had frightening winter spirits that look like animals, especially goats, which were seen as wild, strong, dangerous. And that's why Krampus's appearance is goat-like, to represent the wild and untamed parts of winter. Krampus was originally more monster-like in appearance, but over time he appears more human, has more human features. Many versions of Krampus exist, from fun and mischievous to downright demonic. In Central Europe, St. Nicholas Day is celebrated on December 6th. So Krampus would come December 5th. He would visit the children at night and punish the bad children. And then St. Nicholas, I should say, would then come December 6th and would reward the good children. So it, again, is a tale of basically be a good child or Krampus is going to come and beat the shit out of you with his sticks and then put you in his basket.
Why are they always getting beaten with sticks?
Because that's the way you discipline children, all right? You get the sticks and you beat them.
I guess that's where we got the wooden spoon from, because it's still wood.
Exactly. Yeah. It was just a thing people had laying around, the beating stick.
Because it was supposed to go with the fire. It was the poking stick.
Exactly. I guess, yeah, I don't know. It was just a stick. It hurts to be beat with a stick. So that's probably why.
Well, that's Krampus. You know what the funny thing is?
What was the name?
Oh my God.
Nailed it.
Yesterday or the day before, there was a big Krampus thing somewhere in the world and they had it on the TV.
Yes.
Have you ever heard of this Krampus guy? And I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, and some of those things are terrifying.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I'm agitated. Is that because of us trying to pronounce Krampus?
Well, listen, where you live, there's a very large German community. So
what's funny is we have insulted various nations tonight. So that's great. Anyways.
Oh my God. Speaking of great, I am about ready to tell you the story of the most terrifying winter monster that has ever existed.
Is it the LMAO monster?
Almost, but no.
Okay.
It is known as Elf on the Shelf.
Oh, fuck.
The
Horrifying.
unhinged toy that practices psychological warfare.
Yeah. Deceptive. Yes, he is.
So, the elf on the shelf is supposed to be a cute Christmas tradition. But when you really think about it, it is absolutely a Canadian winter monster in disguise. Ready to break it down? All right. Officially, the elf on the shelf is a small Christmas doll that comes to life at night and reports children's behaviors to Santa. So it appears in December, sits around the house, watches, never moves while humans are looking, but somehow ends up in a different place every morning. Harmless, right? Wrong.
Oh, God.
Here are the undeniable reasons this festive friend is secretly a Canadian winter cryptid. 1, it watches you constantly. Real winter monsters lurk in the shadows. Elf on the Shelf sits in plain sight, unblinking, unbreathing, just staring. That's monster behavior.
Yeah.
2, it moves without being seen. Only 2 types of beings can do this. 1, ghosts. 2, demons. And now apparently there's a third one, any plastic Christmas doll named Sparkles.
Have you ever seen the knockoff ones that just are horrendously terrifying?
Yes. And it's so funny because this little thing here says, if Kaz and Rachel encountered anything else that teleports room to room overnight, they'd 100% call it paranormal activity. So number 3, it shows up in December, prime monster season. So, like we talked about, winter is when the maha tickles you to death, the qualupalak drags you under the ice, the Wendigo whispers in the snow, and the elf appears out of nowhere and starts surveilling your household. Coincidence? Absolutely.
Oh, God.
Number 4, it manipulates objects. Flower angels, toilet paper traps, mini marshmallow snowball fights. In the paranormal world, we call this poltergeist activity. Number 5, its smile never changes. Anything that smiles that much in the cold, dark depths of December, monster. End of discussion.
Yeah. Oh, God.
So why is it an honorary Canadian monster? Well, Canada already has the Wendigo, the Mahaha, the Adlet, and the Qualupalak, because I have a hard time. But only one creature hides in your house, sits on shelves like it's casing the place, reports to a higher supernatural authority, also known as Santa, the big boss, and causes adults to question their sanity daily. The elf on the shelf has earned its spot beside the other great northern monsters.
Heretic's fork again.
Listen, I would want to torture that little thing.
Yeah.
And that is why Elf on the Shelf has topped our list of winter monsters.
I'm so glad I have moved out of the Elf on the Shelf phase.
I never started. Now, shall we do Doll in the Hall? Because I got plenty of those.
Oh my God.
Dolls in the halls.
Yeah.
Not just one. I have
Deck
many.
the halls with the dolls.
And then you'd be decking the dolls.
Oh my Lord.
And that is our episode on Canadian monsters, winter monsters, because fuck, it's cold out and snowing. Well, it's raining now, but it'll turn to snow soon.
Yeah, by the time this airs, it'll be snow.
Yeah, there'll be snow. There's snow coming this week. There'll be snow.
Of course there is, because it's our Christmas party this weekend, and we can't have like one without it seeming to snow. So
yeah, what crap. But
I
anyway,
know.
If you have a Canadian monster in your house right now, about to embark on its surveillance, like it's an FBI agent or Ryan in disguise. Listen, man, let us know. Or if you have any other like Canadian monsters, heck, even if you've had an encounter with, I don't know, the mahaha, and it wasn't your husband trying to tickle you under the sheets, you know, let us know. Just not that last part. But yeah, you can email.
That's scary.
Listen,
it'd be scary.
Cold feet at tonight is scary.
Oh, we missed it. Say, don't mess with him. Oh,
Who?
we
The elf?
yes, he would have said that when you were talking about the elf. Don't mess with him.
I don't even have one, thank God. But yes.
Oh.
Anyway, send us your stories.
Then shop for one. That's like the old English way
I
of
was gonna
saying
say
shop.
that's old English shop.
Oh, maybe that's someone's last name. Finally,
maybe. Won't you be like, no?
is that
Maybe
someone's last name?
Send us an email. Paranormal podcast at gmail.com. So PAREHNORMAL podcast at gmail.com, or Facebook us, or message us on Instagram or TikTok. And that is the end of our episode as I listen to my dog out in the living room.
Great.
That's a fucking demon in itself. But yeah, next week is about Christmas ghost stories.
Yay!
And I'll be wearing a different thing on my head.
I'll have to add it. And maybe Chester will be here. We'll see. Unless I find some other weird haunted doll in the meantime.
Maybe I'll dig one out of my basement and have her with me. My 3 foot.
I don't have a 3-foot one, but I found the porcelain doll that I got when I was still in England. So probably like 10 or 11.
I've got some Christmas ones.
Oh, let's pull those out.
And
we'll do
behind me.
we'll put them out. Do you have anything else to say before your debut is gone, Chester the Jester? Or you can light this ball up. You liked playing
Watch
with
it
that.
say, oh my God. That's amazing.
Bye. Oh, please light that ball up.
Now
Please,
Tess is gonna go put
Jester.
him in a bin in the garage.
No. But maybe. Well, bye-bye.
It's gonna be like, oh my God, if it says like, fuck you, I was gonna laugh. But
I'm coming for you, Rachel. Well, bye. Thank you, Chester.
Hey, Chester,
Okay.
do you want a girlfriend? I got plenty of them in a box downstairs.
Would you like a girlfriend from Rachel's house? She has some dolls. She can bring a few over. You can feel them out and see which one you like. We'll see. He's like, stop pimping me out. Like, what is going on right now? We're just thinking of you. We're just thinking of you. That's all.
Like I said, bye. Now, fuck off.
Exactly. You asked me if you had anything else to say. I said goodbye. The F. We also asked you to like flash the cat ball. Just the once. We're not like just turn it on for us. That would be good.
I'm at peace.
Oh, I'm at peace.
He doesn't want a girlfriend. He's good
He
by
doesn't
himself.
want a girlfriend. Okay. Well, duly noted. Say
And on
goodbye,
that note-
and that's it.
And on that note, we're out of here. That's amazing. That's the best ever.
I could hear stuff going around in my house, but now I don't know if Mark's home.
Well, Jay came home and he looked at my thing and he was like, what the fuck? You can't really hear it if you listen to it, but I was just like, no. Anyways, all right. Have a great night, everyone, and we will talk next week.
Bye from Chester and I.
Yeah, he already said bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.